Very good evening, everyone. So, today we'll discuss the next topic in chapter number 4, that is market risk, value at risk. So, this term value at risk is very important in terms of your examination, and it is famously called as what? That is value at risk. So, what is this value at risk? Meaning is, it is one statistical technique, one statistical approach for what it has designed means to calculate the maximum loss. So maximum loss one portfolio. What is portfolio? Portfolio, it is the basket of securities, right? So basket of securities. So what is the maximum loss that portfolio, the basket of securities, may face in a given time? So simply here, value at risk is used for calculating the loss in specific time period, and this loss, according to this value at risk, they will give in percentage basis. So here they are measuring the maximum loss the securities or the investments can suffer in a given time period with specific level of confidence. So specific level of confidence, you can understand this term with one example. So example nodi. So one bank is there. Suppose one bank ಅವ್ರದ್ದು daily turnover daily ಅವ್ರದ್ದು turnover ಏನಿದೆ, so daily turnover of that bank in portfolio is $1 million or the transaction acquired. So here, to get this 1 million, that bank is 90% confidence. ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನಿದೆ 90% ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಡೈಲಿ $1 million ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ, with the help of securities. So our securities through securities we are earning $1 million, and for earning this they have 90% confidence. 90% confidence there our bank that at any situation we will earn $1 million. This is 90% confidence, 90% chances. They are showing 90% chances. So that is confidence level. So in other words, in simple words, 10% or ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, 10% we are doubtful. 10% they are doubtful about earning $1 million, but 90% they are very confident. So this 10% is value at risk. So $1 million is at risk, but at what percentage? At 10%. So here nodi, figure nodi. So this is how it is calculated. So this 10% is at risk. This is at risk, and this is the confidence level. So simply securities ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಪ್ರಾಬಬಲ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಡೋದು ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜಸ್ ವಿತಿನ್ ದಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾರಿಸನ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್, ಪ್ರಾಬಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಹೇಳೋದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಟ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ವರ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಿ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಟ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್. So the value which we are earning will be at risk at what percentage, at what time, that is what called as value at risk. Hope you understood this concept. Next is what are the components or what are the parts of value at risk. So value at risk ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೇನು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಸೊ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಲಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಂತ್ಸ್, ಡೇಸ್, years, etc. Next component or next very important part is confidence level. So example ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, 90% ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು that they will earn $1 million. So the two main important components is, one is time period, another is the confidence level. If you want to calculate the VAR, that is value at risk, if you want to know your securities will be at risk in future at what percentage, means you should be know about your time period of the security, that is the maturity, and the confidence level. So the choice of this component, the managers can greatly affect the value at risk. That means they can easily calculate the value at risk. So next is the features of VAR. So we studied VAR. It is a statistical technique to measure the maximum loss can achieve by the securities in a given time period with a given confidence level. So this VAR was basically introduced for measuring the market risk. So securities ke if we are calculating risk, that is market risk only, right? For shares, for bonds, etc., their values are affected. Why their values affected? Because of the changes in their prices. So changes in the prices, that risk is classified under market risk. So value at risk, this technique is used for calculating the market risk, and it has been extended to other types of risk also. It is not like that. It is not like only in market risk we can use the VAR, but also in the credit risk. In the last chapter we studied the credit risk. In the coming chapter we'll discuss the operational risk. So in this type of risk also we can use this VAR technique to predict the risk, what percentage of loss we can expect in the future. So first feature is, so what is the use of this VAR? Why we are using this? We are using this to measure the risk of loss on specific portfolio or specific securities. So in order to calculate the loss, we are using this. So this is one of the feature of VAR. Next is it controls and monitors the risk. So it is controlling and monitoring the risk. How it is controlling and monitoring the risk? So after knowing, for example, that bank only, so 10% they expected the loss. So this month they expected that 10% loss will be there. So after knowing that 10% loss, they will sit simply, they will sit quietly, no, right? They will work for this, they will use this VAR technique, and they will find some solutions and techniques to reduce the percentage of loss. So that is, it is very helpful in making decisions for controlling and monitoring the risk, and it is mainly exclusively used in banks. So major ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ fourth risk feature is the risk will be represented in the form of percentages. So 10% ಅವರು ರಿಸ್ಕ್ನ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ this can be represented in the form of percentage so that we can easily understand. And next point is, it is just an estimation, prediction, probability of worst possible losses in the future. So one bank ke worst position ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಾಬಬಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ accurate, it is just an estimation. So next point is horizon under normal market conditions. So that is, it consider the time horizon depending upon the market condition, how the risk of loss is changing according to the market condition. So these are the features of war. Next is, why we are using this war, what is the idea behind this war? So for this 3 questions we can answer, or 3 elements. So first is, so under this, whatever the confidence level this war is giving, so if the confidence level is above 95, either it is 95 or 99, so in between 95 or 99, if we are very confident, that is high level of confidence. This is the high level of confidence that the risk may not be happen, or they can achieve the target fixed by them. So if the banks have 95% or 99% of the confidence, means they are having a high level of confidence. Next, the time period we discussed in the components, right? So time period, so time period is can be a day, a month, or a year, according to the institution, according to the financial institution. Next, it is just an estimation of the expected loss, and that can be represented in percentage or dollar terms. So basically, why we are using, who will use this means, so this is one table, who does use the war and what for. So bank risk manager, bank ಗೆ risk managers ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನಲ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್, ಆರ್ ವಿತಿನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನೇನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ, ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಲಾಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್. So market risk, how bank is related to market risk means the interest rates. So we studied types of market risk, under that we studied the interest rates. So loan ge also interest rates ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ with the changing conditions of the market. So bank risk managers use this for predicting the market risk, that is the interest rates and the operational risk. Next, bank executives or bank officials ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ to set limits. So to set limits on giving withdrawal of cash, like per day ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ವಿಡ್ರಾ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ by the customers. So this is the setting the limits, or setting the limits of providing loans. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಕಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಂತ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲೋನ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ವಿಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋ ಮನಿ ಥ್ರೂ ಚೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಥ್ರೂ ATMs, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ವಿಡ್ರಾವಲ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿ RBI, ದಿ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಓದಿದಿರಲ್ಲ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ stock exchanges to compute the margin. So advance money, while purchasing the securities, how much advance money should be paid by the investor. So for deciding that also the VAR can be useful. So next is regulators in the stock exchange. So systematic risk means the risk which cannot be controlled by the organization. So majorly market risk is one of the systematic risk which is uncontrollable. So regulators in the stock exchange, they will, for predicting the market risk, they will use the VAR. Next, so in the industry they will use for example, they will use for EDF. So EDF in KMD approach, I have detailedly explained what is EDF, expected default frequency. So investors to expected default frequency calculate ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ವಾರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ prices of the electricity. If the industry is working for electricity board for deciding the prices for the electricity, they will use the war. So these are the concepts today we discuss. What is war, what are the components of war, and features of war, and who will use war and for what. So tomorrow we'll discuss the remaining topics under war, and this is one of the most important topic in this. The methods of war, methods or approaches of the war are very important. So we'll discuss this topic tomorrow. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in your group. Thank you.